Welcome to a presentation done by Kramer Ministries. My eyes are red. I just put some eye drops in. I apologize for the distraction, but sustain is the way to go. And so I just put some of my eyes. Oh, I'm working on them, looking good. I look kind of retarded. Anyway. I'm here presenting to you a way for us on the youth staff to stay on the same page. And so we had a youth staff meeting on Sunday, the 19th, and so what I'm trying to do is trying to get everybody caught up on what we talked about so we don't have people that are out of the loop. We want to be in the loop. Loop in the loop. So it'll be good. So anyway, so we're going to do that. One of the things that I said to the youth staff as we had our meeting last Sunday is that one of my favorite passages of Scripture is in Nehemiah. And when Nehemiah was building the wall, he had people that would come at him and hurl insults at him. My hair is a little messed up, sorry. Little insults at him and try to discourage him or distract him from doing the work that God had called him to. And one of the greatest quotes from the Bible is when Nehemiah said, "The work that I'm doing is far too important for me to step away and come down and talk to you. I'm not going to bother myself with what you want to talk to me about because what I'm doing is far, far too important." And I believe that about our ministry. I believe that about the student ministry. I believe that about our church, that what we're doing is far too important to let things get in our way and things that may interrupt what we're trying to do, where we're trying to lead students to. Whether it's conversations, if it's drama, or if it's personal preferences, whatever it is, sometimes we allow things to get in our way, even personally, that destroy or ruin our ability to minister because of just things not being the way they want it. So don't be discouraged, don't be distracted, don't be taken off course. Stay focused, stay the course, and do the things that God has called us to do, especially in this ministry, to be able to serve. Don't allow those things to get in the way. With that said, I'm going to flip over to my agenda and look at it. One of the things we talked about is some of the wins that we had. We had several wins. The mission trip, some of the students served and have done some work and were pushed to some limits that they haven't been pushed to before. This year's mission trip was not full of roses. It was not roller coasters and theme parks. It was work, and the situations were not the best of situations, so they really had to tough it out. We took vans, not a coach bus. We didn't stay in hotels. We slept on floors. It was a pretty powerful week for these students to serve somebody they had no idea who it was and expect nothing in return, so it was good. Super Summer was also an excellent win because of Runks Runkle, the speaker for the week, really talked about apologetics and knowing why you believe what you believe, having a reason for your faith. It was huge for some of the students, so those things were great. And also we're doing Epic Days of Summer. Students seem to be really responding to that. Generation Change was also a great win with what Ben and Roseanne are doing with the financial class on Wednesday night. So a lot of good things happening this summer. We've had over 30, I think we've had more like 40 students from our ministry plugged in one way or another. So that's exciting that we're getting those students plugged in the summertime when students typically take a break from God. So excited about that. A couple things I want you to know about. Is that we had a few things that happened on the mission trip and Super Summer that was a teachable moment for me. I consider it a win. But just so that you know, some of the students went to other churches and saw some things. Well, we talked about what they saw there and the differences in the way other churches worship and the way we worship. And I was able to teach on a few specific topics, and I can tell you more about that later. But no real damage or anything like that was done, but it was an opportunity for me to teach why we believe the way that we do, why we practice some of the things we practice. So that was good. And at Super Summer, they talked about the cooperative ministry program the Southern Baptists practice, and so I got a chance to explain why we support missionaries the way that we do, and why the Southern Baptists do that. So there were some questions that came up, some new things that came up, and it allowed me to teach on those things. So that was good, and an opportunity for me to do that. I wanted to tell you that on our calendar that's coming up, we are having a block party for Awana on August the 16th. That's a Sunday night. We're going to go from like 4 to 6 or 4 to 8, whatever, however long we're going to go to. But we're going to have a block party, inflatables, food, entertainment, all that stuff. That's going to begin Youth Days. Now, I know I had Youth Week on a calendar somewhere, so that's been changed. So we're going to go August 16th, 17th, and 18th as Youth Days. We're going to have activities. We're going to plan things for the students to do. They're going to start school on the 19th, and so this is just leading up to school starting. So just wanted you to know that coming up in August, we're going to see some of those things happen, and then the following Sunday, we're going to start the journey and get that cranked back up and working on that now. So that should be happening. Also, on the 3rd through the 7th, we're going to kids camp. 7th through the 14th, we're going to Camp Barnabas. So 14 days straight, or not really 14 days, but pretty much the first 2 weeks of August, I and Allison will be gone serving and getting some things done. So getting that thing taken care of. Wanted to tell you we're getting things together with the band and our small groups. Kim and I have already talked about what we need to do there. Going to create an atmosphere, working on some of the series that we're going to be doing, getting with the creative team to do that. Working on the Sunday school room upstairs, trying to get that ready. I want to create a recreation room, a place for the students to hang out and varsity kids to go when it's raining or wet outside. So we're working on getting that done. And this Sunday, the 26th, we're going to have a meeting for the Trek and Varsity to try to come up with a plan for what we're going to do next year, maybe go in a little different direction. One of the bigger items we talked about is our finances. Last time we talked, we looked at it, and there were a few funds in the negative, and there was some frustration on knowing how it works and what's going on, and being able to be a situation that we can work on. So we were going to have a meeting on the 26th, but we're not going to do that because I've looked at the way it's being operated and how the system works, and I've come to a pretty clear and easy understanding on how we're going to fix that. When I submit a budget to the church, every item has been budgeted and how much we spend. In those accounts, we have accurate totals on those accounts, and we have those reports that we get from Shelley. The problem is we're not using that information when we plan these events. They're not coming into play. And so what I'm going to do is I'm working on getting those accounts straightened out as far as our negative amounts. We're getting that straightened out and taking care of that. But also what we need to do before we plan an event, we need to set that budget, and I'm going to ask Andy to allocate for food, for entertainment, for curriculum, how much money we can be allocated, and we're going to have to live in that and expect the students or the parents to come up with the remainder amount on that. But we're going to use that as a guide. We haven't been using it before. We've just been putting on the events. We're getting through the event. We're trying to survive the events, and then we'll figure out how to pay for it later. Well, we're going to stop doing that. That's my fault on doing that. That was a system that I think was here, and I was just trying to get through those things. And anyway, so we're going to fix that. That was a fault of mine that I'm working on. But we're in our planning stages. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we know how much we have before we spend it, and we're going to live in that. Instead of living outside of our means, we're going to live in those means. And so that's one of the things we're going to do. So I feel like it's a waste of our time to sit down and try to go over that when I already have the answers. I also went over everyone's role. If you haven't had a chance to meet with me, find me sometime so we can get together and I can sit down and explain to you face to face what exactly your role is and what I expect you to do. and then we'll sit down with that, and I'll do some hands-on to show you what I want you to do. I'm not throwing you out to the wolves on this, but I want to show you. But listen, I'm about running out of time. I just wanted to give you just a brief synopsis of what we talked about, some of the things we covered, and there were some questions, and there's going to be a separate video that's going to be an update on that meeting that will answer some questions that I didn't have. So check that video out. It'll be a lot shorter than this one. But anyway, thank you very much. I hope you have a sweet, sweet day, and thanks for tuning in. But this will catch you up on our meeting we had on the 19th. All right, have a great week. Bye.